Hello, and welcome to True Wealth, the game you forgot you were winning. So let's start with a truth that might just short circuit your inner productivity coach. You're already rich. Before you freak out, just hear me out. Not someday, not once you're healed, not after you raise your rates or read The Millionaire Mindset for the fourth time. Right now, already rich. But you've been tracking the wrong currency. You've been checking the wrong vault because the vault isn't your bank account. It's your body, your presence, and your capacity to choose where your life force goes. Your wealth isn't measured in dollars, followers, or square footage. It's measured in these four sacred currencies: your time, the one thing you can never get back, your energy, the life force that fuels every creation, your attention, the power of what you choose to notice, and your focus, the clarity that turns chaos into coherence. Everything else, just a reflection of those four. Money, a shadow. Your to-do list, a symptom. Your sense of success, a mirror or a mirage. And here's the wildest part. You've been giving all that wealth away for free, like a cosmic philanthropist, just handing out golden coins of your soul to anyone who asks, because no one taught you how sacred those currencies are. You were taught to chase money, status, likes, and quote-unquote stability, while leaking your real wealth like a cracked container. So this journey, it's not about learning how to make wealth. It's about remembering that you already are it. Let's rewind for a second, though, and clear a few things up. You were born with pure value, like radiant, rolling in your own divine glow kind of value. You weren't worried about optimizing your calendar at 3 months old. You weren't on LinkedIn by age 2. You were just being, existing, radiating, receiving, hooping yourself with full sovereignty. But then the programming came. The world sat you down and basically said, "Hey, little sunbeam, welcome to Earth. Here's how it works. Your value isn't in you, it's out there. And if you want to feel worthy, you'll need to earn it, constantly, forever. Good luck." And just like that, your sacred inner compass got swapped for a broken GPS built by capitalism, patriarchy, and hustle culture. You were told to get the grade, win the gold star, choose the secure job, climb the ladder, manifest abundance, but don't rest too much or you'll seem lazy, build the brand, scale the business, and for goodness sake, stay marketable while you do it. And if you did all that right, then maybe you could feel free, loved, valuable. But let's be honest, how's that working out for you? Let's talk about that time you manifested the dream job, got the apartment with the exposed brick, started calling yourself a thought leader, bought the upgraded car with the heated steering wheel, landed the partnership that looked exactly right on Instagram. And then you woke up one morning, heart hollow, scrolling Zillow for off-grid cabins, wondering, why do I still feel empty? That's not failure. That's your real self waving the flag like, hello, we climbed the wrong mountain. Cute view, but this is not our summit. You didn't fail. You just succeeded at someone else's version of wealth. You won the game that never had your joy in mind. You were handed a plastic crown and told it was solid gold. You wore it. You took selfies. You showed the world. But deep down, you knew. It didn't fit. It pinched. It flaked. And no matter how many affirmations you said to yourself, it just didn't feel like truth. Because your soul doesn't care about optics. It cares about alignment. It knows what your nervous system knows. This isn't it. And that's where we are now. The curtain's been pulled back, the cosmic swindle exposed. Now it's time to take your throne, not the dollar store version, the real one, the one built from the currencies of you. So let's get real. Money itself is not the villain. It's not evil. It's not the root of suffering. It's just misunderstood. We've given it way too much power and way too little soul. Because the truth is, money isn't wealth. It's a receipt for your wealth. It's a placeholder, a representation, a symbol of a real transaction that already happened. Money is the shadow of your four currencies. So let's break this down. You trade your time to sit in a meeting that could have been an email, you get money. You trade your energy to show up for a client, even when your soul says, please, no more emails, you get money. You trade your attention to scroll past 14 ads before you even brush your teeth, you're giving money to someone else. You trade your focus to build someone else's dream business, brand, or validation machine, you're spending your real wealth. And what do you get in return? Usually a number in an app. That can disappear with one recession, one unexpected bill, one algorithm shift. So in the real world, there's this invisible wealth exchange going on. Let's say you have a day where you skip breakfast, you work 10 hours, answer 42 messages, say yes to 3 things you resent, spend 90 minutes of relaxing by doom scrolling TikTok, eat dinner standing up. But hey, you made $300 today. That's a win, right? Maybe. Until you realize you spent 10 hours of your time, 78% of your available life force, all of your emotional bandwidth, and every ounce of creative energy you could have poured into something that actually nourished you. So really, you lost wealth and got cash. Cash that now needs to be spent to buy back the nourishment you denied yourself all day. A massage, a $22 smoothie, an overpriced vacation you have to emotionally recover from. Money is not the source, it is the mirror. It reflects how you're spending your life, but it's not the life. So when you say, I feel broke, ask yourself, am I actually broke or just disconnected from my actual wealth? Because you can have a full bank account and an empty soul. You can have passive income and no active joy. You can retire early from a life you never even liked. Money itself is not the goal. It's the feedback. It's not your purpose. It's a tool. You don't exist to chase money. Money exists to reflect how you're directing your time, energy, attention, and focus. And when you reclaim those, money starts to follow you, not the other way around. So now that we've exposed money as a reflection, not a goal, let's talk about the actual system you've been playing in. Spoiler alert, it's not designed for your joy. Enter the wisdom of James P. Carse, who offered us this genius distinction. Finite games are played to win. They have clear rules, clear opponents, clear winners, and a big shiny prize at the end. Infinite games are played to keep playing. They evolve, shift, and deepen. The only goal is continuation, to stay in flow, in connection, in creation. Now let's apply this to your life. You arrived on Earth as a being of joy, curiosity, and creativity. You were here to build sandcastles and knock them over, laugh until you drool, explore the shape of leaves, make up new rules mid-game just because it was fun. You were built for pleasure-based creation. You were born to dance between rest and expression. But then, you got handed the Finite Game Manual. The Finite Game Starter Pack, Earth Edition, says, win at school, win at relationships, win at being emotionally palatable, Win at getting the job, keeping the job, and monetizing your side joy into a scalable brand. You were told, play by the rules, don't question authority, work now, live later, sleep is for the weak, retire at 55 and maybe go to Italy. And worst of all, you were told, if you lose, it means you're not good enough. No one mentioned you could opt out of that game entirely. Real life. You are winning the wrong thing. Let's say you've hit all the milestones, gained the status, earned the praise, gotten the cash, optimized your calendar, balanced your masculine and feminine energies, and yet you still feel numb, you still feel behind, you still feel like you're missing something that should have arrived by now. That's not personal failure. That's a game failure. You won the wrong game. Imagine your soul came here to grow a garden, to play with sunlight and soil, to feel the seasons shift, to revel in beauty, rest, creation, and presence. But someone handed you a scoreboard and said, points are all that matters. Grow your garden, but make sure it looks good on Instagram, earns a return on your investment, and wins an award. And so you started pulling up your plants early to show results. You judged your tomatoes for not being scalable. You started resenting the rain. You turned your infinite joy into a finite grind. So here's the shift. You don't have to win at life. You're allowed to redefine success as aliveness, to let joy be the proof you're on track, to see rest as a move, not a mistake, to stay in the game, not to dominate, but to keep creating. Your new wealth strategy? Play so you can keep playing. You can build a life that regenerates you instead of extracting from you. You can create without collapsing, earn without proving, give without bleeding, and rest without apology. Because the infinite game, that's the one your soul remembers, and it's still available right now. So now that you've remembered the game, let's talk about your toolkit. Because this isn't about ditching society, burning your to-do list, and disappearing into a mossy forest. Unless that's your thing, in which case, please send me the GPS coordinates. This is about sovereignty in the system, reclaiming your time, energy, attention, and focus, not through rebellion, but through reorientation. You stop trying to play better by their rules and start building a life that honors your own rhythm. Here's how you begin. Step 1, audit your attention. Your attention is not free. Every click, scroll, side glance, and emotional reactivity is a data point being harvested. If you don't know where your attention is going, I promise you someone else does. So check in. Am I feeding a reality I want to live in, or just keeping someone else's algorithm alive? Your attention is the currency that funds timelines. When you point it with intention, it becomes a spell, a signal, a creation beam. It's time to focus it like it matters, because it absolutely does. Step 2, honor your energy. Your energy is not a renewable resource on a daily basis. It's sacred, cyclical, like the moon, like the ocean, like you. And when you spend it chasing external proof, you don't just get tired, you get disoriented. So instead of asking, can I fit this in? Try asking, is this worth the cost of my peace today? Visualize your energy as a shimmering golden well. Would you hand a cup of it to that person, that task, that thought spiral? Your job isn't to keep the well overflowing 24/7. Your job is to decide what it gets poured into. Step 3, own your focus. Focus is where manifestation meets magnetism. It's not just about getting things done. It's about choosing your reality on purpose. The world will offer you 1,000 things to care about every 10 minutes, but not all of them deserve your light. So reclaim your laser. Decide what matters today. 1 thing, 2 max, and let that be your field that you're playing in. Think of focus like a sacred flame. Don't set yourself on fire just to light up someone else's project. Step 4, redefine ROI to mean return on integrity. Forget tracking your day by output, tasks completed, or dollars earned. Let's measure wealth in nervous system peace, creative pleasure, inner congruence, and sacred self-trust. Ask yourself, did you move in alignment today? Did you protect your joy? Did you tell the truth? Did you treat yourself like someone worthy of real nourishment? That's wealth. That's ROI. That's return on integrity. Now let's bring this whole thing home. Here's what I want you to hear, not just with your mind, but with your body. You are not broke. You are not behind. You are not missing anything. You're just remembering how to play the right game, the real one, the one that starts from the inside out. Let's say it again. Your time is sacred. Your energy is gold. Your attention is magnetic. Your focus is a portal. Let money orbit that, not the other way around. Let results serve your joy, not replace it. Let worth be the starting point, not the prize at the end. You've already been wealthy. You just forgot where the wealth lives. It's not in a number, it's in a knowing. And now that you remember, you are untouchable. You don't have to hustle to earn what already belongs to you. You just have to spend your wealth like someone who knows what it's worth. Because at the end of the day, you are the treasure, you are the wealth, and you are the infinite game.